His head is really droopy.
What?
That's a bad spot.
It's okay.
We got Maximus. He's approximately 4 years old, right? This is Sydney.
Hi.
And Craig is off camera, but he's hanging with us. Maximus is a Doberman, correct?
Yes, full breed European Doberman.
Wow, look at, do you speak any foreign languages or anything?
He knows a few words in German. In German.
Wow.
Don't know how good the German is.
I don't know if I could do that. Is he always this sweet or is he just doing it today?
No, he's always this sweet. He's a very needy boy.
And what's your story of getting him? Like, how did he come into your life?
I first met Maximus actually when Craig and I started dating. So I met him when he was just about 1 year old. So I've been in his life for about 3 years now.
Oh, because he was your dog originally.
Yes.
And how did you meet him?
I ended up going to, I really wanted a dog. I've never really liked dogs much growing up and just randomly decided, okay, I really want like someone around, like just an extra companion. And I did a lot of research on, my lifestyle. I'm very active. I was a track and field athlete. I'm always, running, working out, and I wanted a dog that can kind of match the same energy.
Yeah.
And Dobermans were really kind of the breed that seemed to appeal to me. Mainly because, one, as you see, they're Velcro dogs. They're very sweet.
Yeah.
They're very gentle to their owners. They're very loyal, and they're active breeds. And, immediately I met this guy. He was pretty rambunctious, very destructive when we first met. But, this is my son now.
Yeah. So sweet. And a lot of people, whether it's a Doberman, because Dobermans are iconically thought of as like this fierce, attack dog or this fierce like guard dog. And people are scared of Dobermans. They're scared of German Shepherds. They're scared of pit bulls. And, the only dog I ever got bit working on dogs, with my animal chiropractic have been like little Chihuahuas.
The little tiny
I'm
ones.
scared of a Chihuahua because most of the time they try to bite me. But these type of dogs are just big love buckets. And so are German Shepherds and so are pit bulls, the ones I've met. I know there are ones that are bred to be fierce and crazy, but the ones that are in families that I find, that I work with, have these gentle souls and they're really awesome. So look at this guy right now. He's just chilling. And this is what I'm talking about. But so he's been coming up achy lately. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so about a month ago, it was honestly really sudden. He loves blankets. Like, that is his go-to.
Does he go
for
under a
everything.
blanket?
No, he loves chewing on it and suckling on
Have you
it.
ever seen Charlie Brown?
Yes.
You remember that character Linus?
Yeah, Linus always had
That's him, constantly. And
so if he ever did a name change, it would be Linus. Or maybe that's his like Maximus Linus.
I call him Linus from
It's his middle name. So back to the
so it
he's
was
got that blanket thing.
So we threw the blanket up in the air because normally he likes catching it. And as soon as we threw it up in the air, he let out such a large shriek. And we had never heard anything like it before. And after his energy levels started going super low, every time he tried to drink water, eat food, lay down, he would let out these very, very loud cries.
How long ago was that?
This was just about a month ago now.
Yeah.
And so we thought that maybe after a few days it would go away and we would see, but it didn't. So the following week we took him to the vet and they prescribed him gabapentin and carboquin. And then they said that take this for a week and it should be fine.
Did it work?
It seemed like his energy levels were getting better, but he was still having these very loud shrieks. He still was in a lot of pain. So the following week we took him to get x-rayed. And then that's when we saw the photo where he has two bones laying on top of each other in two different areas.
And do you think the shriek was more neck or lower back, lower middle back when it?
I think it's
up
like towards the fore, yeah.
So,
because of the position of what he was doing at the time.
Like even now you can see him, he's very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
he never kept his head down like that.
He walks around with his head down throughout the day.
Yeah.
So
right.
It seems like it's just a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, like
so his
constantly.
neck is sloped down.
Yeah.
And
it's
I've seen
like
that
too
with
painful
horses
for
too.
him.
We don't want to see a horse in a U shape where they come up too high, because that's stressful. But we also don't want to see with it the horse dragging with its head down to the ground and not being able to hit at least a neutral profile, or we call in a horse a top line. And in a dog, it's the same thing. They're quadrupeds. They're on 4, not 2, like we're on 2. We're bipedal. They're quadrupeds. And we want them to at least be able to hit that relaxed, neutral posture, not too high, but definitely not dragging low. And he definitely looks like his head is drooping because that's the position. In humans, we call it an antalgic lean. So you'll see sometimes someone coming into the office and they're walking like this because they have sciatica. But the lean in this case is to the left, right? But when they go to the right, it's so painful that their body chooses left.
Yeah.
So antalgia means contra to the pain. Algia is like analgesic pain. Alg means pain. And antalgic means away from the pain. So his antalgic lean is head down because head up is pain and head down is a little better. So he chooses that. So the posture that he chooses tells us a lot about how we're going to work on him today. And he's probably going to need a few visits. So I can stick with you guys, not just this visit, but he'll need a few because he has 2 locations. And this has been for a month, even though he's taking, medications that should help. He's not getting past it yet.
Yeah.
So he probably needs some of this released. Now, unfortunately, the x-ray showed a couple of spinal changes with IVDD, which is an intervertebral disc disease, and also bony changes to the edges of the vertebra. That's called lipping and spurring. And lipping and spurring means the 2 blocks of the vertebrae that come together, and he's got one at the base of the neck and one in the lower, where the thoracics meet the lumbar. They should have clean edges, so the blocks are like this. But he's got some blocks, or at least 2 in the top and 2 in the bottom. Lip out. They lip like this. It's called lipping and spurring. And I'll show that in a diagram, but the edges of the vertebra lip out and start to even come close to growing together or fusing. Those are areas that have inflammation, pain, and we're going to at least maximize Maximus. We're going to maximize, that was a little joke. Did you catch my joke? His name is Maximus. We're going to maximize the mobility and fluidity of that area, which will help the inflammation recede and at least, since he's only 4, possibly restore normal function and posture. So that's the plan. It's going to take more than 1 visit though. So you're invited to come back if you like what I do, and we'll stick with you and see how much we can bring him to maximum improvement. There I'm using Max again. How's that sound?
Yeah, that would be absolutely
Okay,
amazing.
cool. And let's talk a little bit about your Instagram, okay?
Sure.
Because I love your Instagram.
Thank you.
And when did you guys start doing the Instagram? When you met, or were you doing it before?
I was doing Instagram for a little bit, but more so like casually and just for fun. And then we actually moved to New York about a year and 4 months ago now.
From where?
From California. I'm from the Bay Area originally.
Cool.
And I'm from San Diego.
Yeah. And did you do college sports?
I did. I ran track and field at Central Michigan University, and then I transferred to UC Riverside in California.
Super cool. Athletic background. And then what was the kind of thrust of your Instagram?
I guess it kind of just started when one day I had went to a restaurant prior to us moving here just a few months before. And I went up and asked if it would be okay if I came in to do a video one day of me eating the food. And they were a brand new restaurant and I really wanted to promote it because I enjoyed it. So I just asked, I was like, I'm just starting to build up my Instagram. I would love to come in and try out some of the food and then post a review about it. And it kind of just started from there. Yeah. And once I moved here, I kind of just kept doing the same thing. And I found like a love for it. And I feel like, food just connects people in so many different ways. Food is culture, food is love, and everyone can connect to that in some way. So
it really is. And you're doing so great with it. It's really took a flow of its own, right?
Yeah, thank you.
And how do people connect to you? They'll through Instagram or DMs, right?
Yeah, through Instagram. I started a YouTube channel about a year ago as well.
What's the name?
It's Sid Fatty.
Okay.
All my platforms.
So
are
we're gonna
Sid
put
Fatty.
that so you don't have to memorize how to say it. Sid Fatty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea behind the name is essentially I just really like food and I'm a fatty at heart. That's kind of what it is. And I think people often have a wrong idea
She's
about
not
that.
a fatty. She's not a fatty.
I truly just enjoy eating. And a lot of the reviews that I've been doing over these past few months have been trying to find like the cheapest eats in New York City, because New York.
We all need that. It's an expensive city.
Because New York is known to be one of the most expensive cities in the world. So I try and find all these little mom and pop shops, small businesses to help support and showcase.
And
all
it helps
around.
them, and it helps people find. It's really a win-win.
I mean, it ends up being a lot better than most of these like super expensive restaurants.
Serious question. Like, what does it do to your heart to look at him like this right now?
It's honestly, it's really hard to see him like this, knowing that how energetic he is, knowing how playful he is. I mean, he loves running around. He loves jumping around. I mean, he's such an athletic and just goofy dog, and just seeing him just walking around with his head, shoulders slumped over, yelping every time he tries to lay down. He's been restless. He hasn't slept. He hasn't really gotten a good night's sleep in about a month.
He gets up like every 5 to 10 minutes, and he cannot lay still.
Okay.
It's too painful
so
for him.
it breaks your heart, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting for him. We're usually up all night as well, trying to help comfort him to go to sleep, because he's definitely a very needy dog. And he likes the contact. He likes the attention.
Yeah.
So if we're not petting him, if we're not laying with him, he does not sleep.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. I always like to ask, I don't know if you've seen some of my videos, but every one of my videos I ask for consent. Sometimes if we shorten a video from 15 minutes to 30 seconds, that part gets cut out. But Maximus, is it okay if I work with you today? Do you want to ask your mom and dad?
Yes, it's
okay. Is it okay if I get work with
Yes,
him?
please.
And I think they know when I ask, like in some way, they feel like at least he respects me.
I think he already is giving you consent by laying in your lap.
Yeah, and he's like, stop talking and let's walk. You can feel this too. So here, start soft, but you can feel we're at the base of the neck, and these are super tight. And so this is a massage. I just redid my course, How to Massage Your Dog. I made it about 3 years ago, and it was way too long. So even though it was good, it was 3.5 hours, and nobody wanted to watch. I thought it was good. Why doesn't anybody want to watch that long? But they didn't. Anyway, it's called How to Massage Your Dog, and it's less than an hour. It comes out in like a week, and it's a lot less expensive than the first version. So, but people can work on their own dogs, which is nice. So I'm in here in the base of the neck, and he's kind of letting me work. So now I'm coming up. Now I'm on from C7 to C6. Dogs have 7 bones in their neck. So do all mammals. You have 7 bones. Craig, me, giraffes, mice, everybody has 7 bones in their neck, except the manatee and the sloth. We differ in the thoracics. He's got 13 bones here. We have 12. Cats have 13 also, but horses have 18. Wow. Then we have 5 lumbars, and they have 7. So we have to know which bone we're on. So right now I'm on C6, and I'm working up, and I'm working on all these tight muscles. And his head is really droopy.
Yeah.
And for a 4-year-old dog, it's really tough. Now, if he lets me, I'm going to start to bring his head up.
Good boy.
And he really almost doesn't want to do it.
Good boy,
Does he ever bite the
Maximus.
vet, or is he pretty good about that?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't bite at all.
Sorry,
Good
baby.
boy. Good
Now, his
boy,
head should come up
Maximus.
almost to vertical if it's maximum, but like it's really stiff already. He almost can't come up any higher than that. So that's really bad. I'm going to let you rest your head on my leg, okay? So you don't have to use your neck muscles. And this is something you could do too. You put his head on your outside leg, and then you massage him, okay? But let's see if we can get more range of motion today, if nothing else. I'm almost more worried about his neck than this area, because this area we can't change that much if it's arthritic. We want to get this symptom free, but I can't change the way the bones have developed. They degenerated a little bit. A lot of dogs get that. They just get it more like 7, 8, 9 years old. He got some early onset. In some ways, we don't have an x-ray that shows conclusive nature of this part, but I'm more worried about this injury. So he's got a double thing going on. The neck is the worst, because the neck is changing the quality of his life and making him miserable. So now I'm up at the atlas, and I'm going to come down each bone. It's wild that he's just letting me work, you know?
Yeah.
But he probably goes like, okay, I think I'm going to let this guy do his thing.
And I try to massage him a little bit at home. I've watched some videos, but I haven't really gotten any good.
But it never seems like we're in pain when we try, or that he's in pain when we try and massage him.
So does the gabapentin make him really sleepy?
Not sleepy enough. No,
Well,
because he's always out.
I'd
His
rather
energy
have,
levels are very low,
I'd
though.
rather him have more energy though, and I have
Okay.
looked up gabapentin.
It makes some dogs a little sleepy and woozy.
Even when he's walking, like he can't really
Okay, here we go.
hold behind.
Good. He might yelp, okay? Because
Good boy, Maximus. Good boy.
sorry, babe. All right, so I got it to move a little bit. Let me show you this, okay?
Good boy.
You're drooling on me a little bit.
Probably
mean-
feels so good. He's relaxing.
Let me show it to your hand, okay? Soft, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to start at C7. Listen, I'm going to send you my dry cleaning bill because you just got drool all over my leg. That happens every day. Now I'm on the Atlas.
Do you want us to take this off?
Yeah, but show everybody that it has his name on it.
Oh, yeah. Maximus. Shh. We have to get another one that makes him stand out more. There you go.
It's hard for him not to stand out here in the city.
I know.
So did you guys meet in the Bay Area of San Francisco?
We did.
Yes.
That's so cool. Okay.
You feel better? I know. He loves massages.
All right, let's try this now.
Look at that.
We're getting there.
Good boy.
Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Big difference, right? Do you see it, Craig? It doesn't mean it's going to stay that way right now. So push him forward so he's closer to me.
Come on, Maximus. Good boy. Oh, you didn't have to sit, baby. Good
Part
boy.
one. Now we got to go down the back. And that's going to need some work and it's going to need some stretching. But he did a little shake there, which is good.
That's good. He's been hesitating to shake lately, so that's...
Yeah, because the dog likes to shake. Dogs want that shake. And it's a good reaction and it's a good reset. So let's bring him back over. I got to keep working. There's more to
Max.
do. All right, so far, working on the neck and he's really stuck. The neck is rigid
boy.
and kind of fixated, and I'm trying to get some mobilization back into it. I did achieve a range of motion that I want, but he doesn't have the strength. It's still tender, it's inflamed. So he has a lot of inflammation in his neck. Now we're gonna come down the back. I'm gonna keep working. So you can keep him right with you and I'm gonna come around and work on him on this side. Okay, so now T1 through T13 is right here. He's got a bad arthritis spot here and he's got another one right here at the end of the ribs where the thoracics meets the lumbars. So I'm gonna start up top, and this area is the withers area. T3 through T8 is the withers on a horse, but we also can call this withers on a dog. It is appropriate to say on a dog. You won't hear it too much, but at dog shows, they'll sometimes touch this area and call it the withers, the judges will. And it just depends, but it's still, that's a tender spot. Did you see him jump?
Yeah. Good boy.
That's a bad spot.
It's okay.
Okay,
Shh, I know.
that's one of his bad
I know.
spots.
Shh, it's okay, mommy's
I'm sorry. So this is nice because it's a percussive instrument. It impulses 13 times per second and it can push the bone in. So that's one of his arthritis spots.
Mommy's right here.
I'm so sorry, Boo.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. We're gonna make you feel better. Don't worry, baby. Shh,
I'm gonna
good
come up and find this
boy.
one next. It's
Good
right about here.
boy. Good boy, Max. Good boy, Maximus. Good boy.
That's his other bad
Yeah.
spot. Okay, I got it. It moved a little bit.
Come here, Maximus. It's okay. Come here, big boy. You're doing so good. Can we
There's
give him
just
a treat?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I
You
give
have a
him
treat?
one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Good boy.
Oh.
Good boy, Maximus. I know.
See, the head's up right now. Do you see it?
Yes. Good boy. Good boy.
So he needs some work. I said right out of the gate he's going to need about 4 treatments. I don't know how much more I should do today, but let's do one last round, okay?
One more time.
Give him one more. Well,
Want a treat? Here you go, my good boy.
and
Yes.
here, look, here's 2 more, okay?
Yes, Mommy give you another treat after, okay? Yes, good boy. Just put your head down, baby. Good boy.
Ooh, did you hear that
I
one?
heard that crack. Good boy. Good
Right
boy.
there. One more.
Good boy. I know, but you're doing.
So let's see if he shakes a little bit.
Here, you want a treat? Come here, Maximus. You want a treat? Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Here you go. One more. Yes.
Okay. That might be all for visit 1. So I got the 2 arthritis spots, the transitional spot at T910 and then T13L1. I also did a lot of work on his neck. I adjusted it by hand, and I also adjusted it with the impulsing percussive instrument. And I was able to get some range of motion out of that. You're gonna need to stretch him like that every day.
Okay.
So every day you wanna hold him and bring up his nose and bring it down, and do it at least 5 times twice a day.
Okay.
And the main thing is to take your time. So why don't you, who would be most likely to do it?
Yeah, I gotta switch.
Do you mind doing it with me?
Of course.
So you're gonna bring him around just like he was before.
Okay, go with daddy.
And I'm not gonna do any more adjustments. You're gonna do everything. So I can even stay across from you because,
Good boy.
you know.
Good boy, Maximus.
And you very gently cup the bottom of his chin.
Okay.
You can do it on either side, it doesn't matter. And you stabilize with your hand here. And then you slowly stop as soon as he wants to stop. And then a little more. And a little more.
Good boy.
And a little more. Now move your hand up to where the collar is, like this, right there.
just give it a little
And
more.
do another inch.
Good
And hold
boy.
for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to do that at least 3 to 5 times twice a day.
Okay.
Your pacing was perfect, nice and slow.
Boy,
If you ever
Maximus.
feel like he's resisting, wait, go a little more. Wait, go a little more. Just like I know you're a track athlete, so like if, pretend this is your hamstring, okay? I'm not gonna lift, and I was lifting your leg to stretch your hamstring.
Right.
Look at me. So you might go, hold it there. Let's say I'm your trainer, right? And then you go, okay, and then I maybe do a little resistance. So I go, now push against me. And then we do a little more.
Okay.
But he's not gonna be able to communicate that
Right.
much. So you just hold and wait.
Okay.
Then he seems like, okay, let's go a little more. And that's it for today. But
Sounds
maybe he goes a little more. And by the repetition of it, you're going to start to bring his range of motion back.
Okay.
I've already moved the bone, so I need you now to work on the restricted muscles. Okay?
Sounds good.
And then when can you guys come back?
We could do this weekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you,
Whenever is.
I would even like
best.
to see him sooner than a week.
Sure.
Could you come back like Friday or Monday?
Sure.
Okay. So let's do that.
Okay.
Okay? It's a little bit of a process, but we're going to get there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Maximus. Okay. All right. This one's a process. This dog's been in a lot of discomfort for a while, and we need to do a few, and you'll get to see. We'll post a few and show the progress. Okay, so we're back. This is our 3rd treatment. We didn't record the 2nd one. From the time we started, it's been about 2.5 weeks, right?
Correct.
And
yes.
what have you seen? What is your observations? What have you noticed?
We've noticed significant improvement in his neck for sure. And as you know, that was probably our biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's able to sleep through the night versus our first appointment when we came every night. He would just stand up the whole time, shrieking constantly. He shrieks like here and there, but nowhere near as much as he did.
Mm-hmm.
And his discomfort levels just seem to have dropped significantly.
Yeah. And what's significant about him shrieking is he's not a big drama boy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so some dogs shriek all the time. They're just dramatic dogs. But that's not his normal personality. So that was a big concern. Dogs, like people, take time to get better. So if we sprain an ankle, we sprain our back, if we herniate a disc, if we have something, we'd love for it to be better the very next day, but that's not the case. I mean, healing takes time, and soft tissue injuries take time. Harder tissue injuries like bones or even cartilage and discs take time. So we're seeing great progress for 2.5 weeks. This is good progress. I'm happy to see that his head is not drooping. His head was hanging down, and we're starting to get a normal top line. And you're the parents, so you guys you would notice more than me, if he's starting to return to his former self, to the pre-injury status. Anything else you want to add to that?
In the beginning, when we had first came and saw you, we were having him take carboquin and gabapentin. This week, we haven't been giving him gabapentin at all, and we've noticed a really big rise in his energy levels, which is huge because we've read so many things online kind of saying that it's not the best.
Yeah.
And, you know, the vet kept saying how good it was and that he was going to have to be on it the rest of his life, essentially. And this week, we've seen major improvement. We've never seen, well, for the last like month, we haven't seen his energy levels as high. So that's really big too.
So gabapentin, I don't want to speak, you know, politically yay or nay because I don't want to be in that position. But gabapentin is widely prescribed for both humans and animals. So humans might be on it like that have diabetic neuropathy. Any type of nerve pain, any type of numbness in their feet or their hands, they might be prescribed. Humans are told that if you take it at night, it helps you get a good night's sleep because it makes you very drowsy. So the same thing happens with the dog. Dogs are on gabapentin. A lot of them get very tired and they lose their normal like energetic self. So if they can be off of it, it's a good thing. And, you know, I'm not the type of doctor that I can take someone off their meds. But when patients or clients tell me that they were able to wean their dogs off of gabapentin or their veterinarian took them off gabapentin and they start to see former energy levels come back, that's always a great thing. So I'm glad you've had success, you know, moving him from permanent gabapentin to possibly not having to live a life on pharmaceutical meds, which would be a good goal for, I think anyone would rather not be on meds if you didn't have to, you know, do that. So look at how sweet he is. This is such a sweet boy. I know it breaks your heart when he's not feeling well. Has it been really sweet for you to see him have some improvements now?
Yeah, big time. Today, especially, I think like yesterday and today, this last week too, Craig's been putting him on a raw diet. And we think that that has also helped his improvement. But today and yesterday, one of his favorite things to do is grab a blanket off the ground, and he hasn't been able to even put his head towards the ground. And he was able to grab his blanket, and then something he likes doing is holding it kind of and like going around in a circle, like humping the air a little with it.
Well, there you go.
He's been finally able to do that again, which is huge.
So he's getting his mojo back.
Yes.
And that's good. We want, you know, normal function, right? So this is great. All right, so let's tilt your head up. Would you let me work with you today?
Yes.
Can I do a little work with you? All right, we're going to go really slow.
Good boy.
Very gentle.
Good boy,
A little higher.
Maximus.
Still needs a little work, but it's much better. It's okay if we start?
Yes.
Is that okay, guys?
Yeah. He was going a lot higher earlier today with no fuss.
Now, there we go.
Good boy, Maximus.
I got a little release there. Then think about that.
Oh, you want a treat now? Is that what you want?
We can give him a treat. That
You
was a
want
big.
one?
I got a big Atlas adjustment.
Here,
on.
Ian.
He is moving better. I don't think he's
Yes,
totally out of the
good
woods
boy.
yet, but
One more.
but
Good
he's,
boy.
you know, his head comes up.
Yeah.
He's, like you said, he's not wobbly in the back end. He seems more stable. He seems more alert and a little more enthusiastic.
Yeah, he has his good and bad days. Honestly, he's been a lot better these past 2 days. He's starting to climb up on the couch,
Good head
climb up on
shake.
the bed again.
Yes,
Yeah,
head
full
shake.
shakes.
Yeah.
And before he wouldn't even attempt.
Yeah, because shaking would be difficult if he has, you know, pain in the neck. It's like, who would want to shake your neck if it hurts?
Exactly. And he's been begging for the hairdryer a lot lately. So he likes when I warm him up with the hairdryer every morning.
I love these little idiosyncrasies, these little quirks. But that's what makes him so funny, right? Because he has his own
Maximus.
he has his preferences. You like the hot hairdryer, right? In other words, he's got you well trained, right?
He does.
Right? He's like,
I know
before we
his
do the
style.
walk, I want you to warm up my muscles with the hairdryer.
He's definitely a big communicator.
All right, so you get him started, but you got to hold him for me a little
Okay.
bit. So that feels better now. And this is good here.
He's staying.
Now he's got those two arthritic areas, and one is here, and here's the other one right here. And I don't think that's what set him back. Remember we talked about that. So I think the neck was really what was making his life miserable, much more than these just achy arthritic spots which aren't great, but we'd rather not have that. But I don't think that was the cause of his crisis of horrible pain that he was in with the night screams and everything. Okay, now we're down here at the lumbars. Okay, and here's 7.
Good boy.
That's a bad one. So come sit up. Okay,
Good
got it.
boy. Here you go.
All right, so let him go again.
Okay, come. Good boy. Yes. Yes. You did so good. Boy.
This treatment's going to cost me a lot of
One
dog
more.
treats.
One more. Okay, fine. One more.
The average dog chiropractic adjustment, we do like 2 or 3 treats. He's going like, I'm working 9 or 10 for this. You need something?
A Kleenex. It's so drooly.
The whole jar.
All right, we're going to do a little more,
Go back over there.
but I want to go at the base of the neck, and that might be it. That might be the last spot I need, and that's exactly where Craig's hands are right now. I'm so glad you're doing so much body work. So
Yeah, a lot.
I think I've done a little part of this, but you guys have done so much that you guys really get the credit. You've been doing mobilization, stretching, good nutrition, all the love and support, and just sticking by him, and that's all great. I'm doing my little part if I can, but you guys have been doing tremendous stuff, and I love that you're looking at cleaner diet or maybe a bigger nutritional impact that will change his physiology, and that's all good stuff. You got such good parents. That's the thing. I know that scares you to get adjusted, but you're doing really well. I just want to check the base of the neck, and then that would be the last spot today, because I also think this gets tender on you too. Right here. So right now we're at C6, C7, and there's 7. It's a little tight in here. And I know he doesn't love this tapping machine, but I'm going to use that once we bring him around again.
Come here, Maximus.
He's had a lot of treats.
I know, but he's just such a good
So hold his head. Here we go.
Good boy.
And then right here.
Good boy.
Got it. I'm done. Let him shake one more
boy.
time, okay? Don't feed him yet.
Oh, no.
He's too interested in potential food. All right, so we're done for today.
That's fine.
My suggestion is come back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
We'll do one more. Keep with whatever you're doing, because whatever you're doing is amazing. So don't stop.
Okay.
Do all your good stuff. And keep posting videos so I have more to watch.
Yes, of course.
Okay? Thank you for coming today, Maximus. Leave Maximus a comment. He reads all his comments, and he needs a lot of love and support right now. He's very confused. Why is he not feeling 100% yet? Dogs don't really understand why they don't feel great. And so if you can encourage him to keep healing and keep going forward, that'd be great. And thank you for coming in today.
Thank you so much. Max, you want to give him love? Give him love.
Oh.
Give him love. Give me love. Thank you. Give him love. Ah, yes. Good boy.